Hey guys, it's me. I'm here outside Exeter College at the statue of Redvers Rant, and you may have seen this in the local media, or even in the national news, that Exeter City Council intend to have this statue removed and relocated. At the expense, they reckon it will cost £25,000. Knowing Exeter City Council, it'll probably get delayed and cost more and more if the swimming pool is anything, and the gatehouse in Princess Gardens is anything to go by. Now, I've emailed them again and again about this, and they always say to me, their best way to try and reassure me is they say, oh, well, frankly, there'll be further consultation. Oh, it will need to go to the full council to be approved. We'll need to get planning permission to do this if it's a listed statue, yada, yada, yada. Now, it's not very reassuring when all you can say to defend yourselves is we might not be successful in what we are trying to do. None of them will say that trying to move the statue is a bad idea. And it is a bad idea, because this, as I say, it'll cost 25 grand. When this council are raising our taxes, they closed down our public toilets. They got rid of a lot of our trees and green spaces, just like the ash tree where the old ambulance station used to be. They cut down the ash tree to make way for some student flats, because the last thing we want in Exeter is more student flats. And now they're trying to move our statue. How dare they? You know, do you remember that column Phil Bialik, the leader of the council, wrote in the Express and Echo, where he said, I'm so proud of the amazing things we're doing for Exeter. I'm so proud of the amazing things we're doing in our city. This is shameful to move a fantastic monument like this. And the reason Councillor Duncan Wood gave, I think he's the councillor for Pinho, he said was because Exeter College is home to diverse students. So some of them are history students, some of them will have diversity of thought, and with a statue there is something to talk about. I mean, having said that, a lot of students don't know or don't care about the statue's history. One of my best friends at this college was a white South African girl, and she didn't care that Redvers Rant fought against her people in the Boer Wars because it was hundreds of years ago. It's not in living memory. It is not causing people pain. It's not people there are so many false equivalencies. I've even seen people in the local community Facebook groups comparing Redvers Rant to Hitler. It's ridiculous. So yeah. So, we're going to have to keep defending the statue. We may, we've seen big protests in Wales about the migrant camps, about this young man who was in police custody and sadly passed away. So there have been Black Lives Matter protests and things going on there. So clearly this new lockdown will allow for some form of protest, so we may have to come out here and defend the statue again. Ben Bradshaw has kept completely silent on this, and so we may have to email him and see if he actually agrees with what the council are doing. And that's why it's so hypocritical for the Labour Council when the Exeter Labour Party constantly re-elect someone who consistently votes for foreign regime change wars. They are in no place to lecture us about today, about the evils of colonialism and imperialism in the days gone by, which was only typical of the time. Everyone else was doing it, and Britain just happened to come out on top. It's ridiculous that we're trying to shame ourselves for this, and for the council to talk and say, well, we're going to remove it so it's away from all the black and brown people, which is pretty racist and condescending. Do you think that's going to satisfy the Black Lives Matter radicals who want the statue gone? Remember the Exeter Chiefs controversy? Exeter Chiefs change, and Ben Bradshaw saying they had to change the logo, change the name, change the branding. And all the Exeter Chiefs did was get rid of their mascot. And of course, Ben Bradshaw and Exeter Chiefs to change, the bunch of snowflakes said, that's not good enough, you've got to get rid of the logo, you've got to get rid of the name, you've got to change everything. See, they tried to compromise and it doesn't work. You can never compromise with people who will never be satisfied. So you've got to tell Black Lives Matter where to go. Leave our statue alone. British history matters. When I go to Italy to see my family there, I might see statues of Julius Caesar. I might see statues of people, there are war memorials for people who were on the wrong side in the Second World War, who were fighting against this country. I don't try to tear them down, and I wouldn't want my children to try and do that, because it will be wrong. Yeah, I am ranting a bit, But leave Buller be. We've got to get them to leave him alone. And the Exeter Conservatives. Yeah, your councillors are saying it's a bad thing to do. Yeah, you can share around a little poll on Facebook. But your party have been in government for 10 years now. You could have passed laws forbidding local authorities from removing statues like this. So when the Labour councils and Lib Dem councils and insane independents start removing all these statues and monuments, it's your fault because you have the power to protect them in UK legislation. So yeah, Westminster won't stand up for our statue. Let's make sure that Exeter and other people from all over Devon are standing up to Exeter City Council and defending Redvers Buller as well. Leave Buller be.